The last door before midnight. I woke up on a cold floor. No windows, no phone, no memory of how I got there. A long hallway stretched in front of me, lit by flickering lights. The walls were cracked, like the building was barely holding itself together. Then I heard it. Tick, tick, tick. A digital clock on the wall turned on. 11 p.m. A voice echoed through the hallway, calm, emotionless. You have 1 hour. My chest tightened. 1 hour for what? I asked. The lights flickered. 1 hour to face what you've been avoiding. Doors appeared along the hallway, old, rusted. Each one felt heavy, like it carried something I didn't want to see. Door 1. I opened the first door. I was back in my old room, younger, sitting on the edge of my bed, a notebook in my hands, filled with plans, ideas, dreams. I remembered this moment, the night I told myself, it's not realistic. I'll do it later, maybe someday. I watched myself close the notebook and walk away. The walls began to shake. The voice returned. You didn't fail. You quit. The floor cracked beneath me. I ran back into the hallway. The clock blinked. 11:20 p.m. Door 2. I hesitated, but the hallway pushed me forward. I opened the second door. I was standing in front of an opportunity I once had, a chance to speak, to step up. I remembered the fear, the shaking hands, the excuses. I heard myself say, maybe someone else should do it. Someone else stepped forward. The scene jumped ahead. That person succeeded. I stayed exactly the same. The voice echoed louder now. Fear didn't control you. You listened to it. The ceiling started collapsing. I ran. The hallway was darker. 11:40 p.m. Door 3. I didn't want to open it, but I did. This time, there was no dramatic moment. Just time passing. Days, weeks, years. Me saying, tomorrow, next week, when I'm ready. The version of me in front of me grew older, tired, regret in his eyes. The voice whispered, time didn't run out. You gave it away. The lights shattered. I stumbled back into the hallway. Alarms blared. Walls split apart. The clock turned red. 11:55 p.m. 5 minutes left. One door remained. The final door. This door was different. Clean. Bright. I stopped. What happens if I don't open it? I asked. The voice paused. Then nothing changes. I opened the door. Inside were 2 paths. One was safe, predictable. A life where I survived, but never grew. The other was uncertain. Failure, rejection, hard days, but also progress, purpose, meaning. The voice spoke one last time. This building was never a prison. The walls collapsed faster. It was a test. The clock screamed. 11:59 p.m. I took a breath and chose the uncertain path. Midnight. Everything collapsed. Darkness. Silence. Then I woke up. In my bed. Morning light through the window. No hallway. No doors. Just a choice. And this time, I didn't wait. Final message. Your past is full of closed doors. Times you quit. Moments fear made decisions for you. Days you wasted waiting to feel ready. But listen closely. You are not trapped. You are not too late. The next door isn't somewhere else. It's the decision you make today. Because the clock is always ticking. And midnight doesn't wait.